to the
Sistering. I'm Lois Deloach.
I'm Kate McGarry.
I'm Lenora Zenzele Helm.
I'm Nnenna Freelon, and we are
The Sistering. And we are having so much fun making music and living life together.
Yes, a collaborative of musicians who use voice, composition, and song to share love and beauty with the world.
yes.
And we're all in Durham, North Carolina.
North Kakalaki.
That's
We
right.
are worldwide, baby, but we
Right.
live in Durham.
Exactly.
Right. I'm from Chicago, Chi-Town.
I'm originally from Boston, but have been here so long I might as well be a Southern girl.
I'm from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, but been here 15 years now.
And I am from a little teeny tiny town in eastern North Carolina and am a real true Southern girl.
Afro Carolina says.
Yes.
South Carolina says.
Yes.
So how did we get together?
Oh, how did we get together? We have known each other for decades in different ways.
Configurations,
It's
right.
kind of crisscrossing, and how wonderfully strange it is that in the same zip code there are four nationally recognized jazz singers. We had to do a record
Of
Yeah.
a certain age.
of a certain age.
Singers,
Composers.
composers, arrangers, band leaders,
leaders.
authors,
educators.
Educators.
A little bit irreverent, a little bit sassy, all cooked.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes.
Yes.
And to have encouraged and supported each other from the very beginning.
Yes,
from the very
Since we
beginning.
have known each other.
Set in each other's audiences.
Yes.
Shared stages together.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I think we started I think we were at Performance of Mine, maybe.
That's right.
And we started talking about getting together to collaborate because we see each other so much, whether out to hear music or supporting each other or supporting artists we love in our area. And it just kind of organically happened. It's so funny because when people ask us, how did you all get started? How did this project start? We can't pinpoint it.
Pinpoint.
Yeah. Okay.
But it does seem like, I remember when you put out your record, the Journey Woman, and we all said, well, we should do something, make a listening party for you. And that was the first thing we put together. And it was at North Star Church of the Arts.
Yes.
And that was our first opportunity to kind of see what is it like to make a platform for you to come forward and do your thing. And everybody it was Sunday afternoon, and we did all interview and talk to you about things that we had been thinking about your music and asking you questions about your work.
Composing.
Yes.
You know, it's so funny because a lot of times people think singers aren't composers. And we started talking about that day that the Library of Congress credits a song for copyright as the lyrics and the melody. And most singers who write compose the melody and the lyrics. So we're all composers in that way. When you write for the instruments that accompany the songs, you arrange that music, you organize what happens from moment to moment in the song. You decide on textures, what instruments go together, what voices go together. That's orchestration, composing for the instruments and the voices.
Yeah.
And we were able to clearly say that day, yeah, I'm a composer. It was
Right.
so gratifying.
Liberating, really.
Yes, because at this stage we are all been writing our own original music for some time. Nina's last project that we're
Beneath the Skin.
so proud of was all
Beneath
original
the
music.
Skin.
And Lenora has been a prolific writer all along, and Kate as well. And my journey started out as writing, as songwriting and the composition part of it. And to be at a point in your career where you say, I love other people's work, but I want to perform my own music. And our support of each other is what gives us, I think, the confidence to boldly say, unapologetically, this my stuff.
And we each have very different voices,
Yes.
very different textures.
Mhm.
And what I love hearing is sometimes our blend is indistinguishable in our sound together, but then it breaks apart, and each part has its own character, its own resonance, and its own feel.
For sure.
It's a writer's dream.
You know, what if we interview each other? Like,
Love it.
not pretend we don't know each other, but let's ask some questions of each other. Okay, here's some shameless promotion.
Let's get
This
that
was a
little closer.
dream. This was a dream.
Yes, come true.
2.5 years ago, it was just an idea. Now it's our new project with 10 compositions. Each of us wrote two, and
Two together.
two together.
Yes.
Well, wait a minute. So 2, 4, 6. Look at me
8,
count.
10.
8,
10.
10. And we did one standard.
Right.
We did
11.
one
We've
standard.
got 11.
And the album launches when?
Today!
Yes.
And
March
we are.
20th.
We have to say we are a collective.
Yes.
No one was asked to sacrifice their individuality, their particularity, their God-given personality to be a part of this. We are each retaining our own vibe,
Right.
but we make a choice to be together in
Yes.
this moment.
Yes.
It
My
feels
sisters,
delicious.
it feels so good.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
Okay, so tell me about River Song. Who wants to tell me about River Song? That's the first song.
So Kate came with that melody, as I recall.
Just the
Yes.
beginning.
She came just the intro.
Right.
You know, that doo 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 doo, right?
Mhm.
As a launch, and it was like, what do you all think? It really, from the very beginning, it was, what do you think? What can we do with this?
Yes.
Right?
Right.
It was, what can we do with this?
Right.
And
It was so compelling too.
mhm.
It felt like angelic at the same time as ancestral.
Yes.
It felt like something about the river and water feels really important to the storytelling of our group, right?
Yes.
Because as a collective, everybody, water and streams and rivers have a lot of power, and that as an opening song just feels like a great beginning, a way to, and it launched us into, each person had told a little bit of their story after, so we each, I don't know, I feel like I remember, Nnenna, you just starting to sing and Keith playing along with you, and then each one of us came in and had something to say that was their own, and we composed it on the spot, right? And it was a work.
Can you just say the lyric at the beginning? Just say it as a
Hold on, dear one. This night won't last forever. Let the blues be one more river you glide upon. Hear the river song. You can sing along.
And that is kind of like a theme.
An invitation.
It's an invitation. It totally is an invitation.
And it's a standard way of looking and feeling story.
And I love how when we recorded it, it ended up sounding just so perfect for us to be singing and improvising with those words. But then Lenora started to just speak the poem of it, and that became so that became the focus of it. It was just so beautiful.
It really anchored it even more.
That's the ancestral part for me.
That is the ancestral part.
Right,
That
because you
is
hear
it.
that voice in your heart, and it feels like it's coming from somewhere long ago, and from the
River
future.
Song. So that's the first song.
Yeah, and I think about just that day being in the studio together, and although we had sort of heard each other in rehearsals and stuff, do things, but I remember, and I had heard Nnenna do Dreaming Arms before.
You did.
But when I heard you, Yeah, but the early versions of that.
Okay.
But hearing it evolve in that way, just the awe for each of us, but just hearing you as you are just immersed
Yeah.
in something that you created was so special.
Dreaming Arms, that lyric is
Oh,
so tantalizing, and you stop, you're riveted
yes.
by it.
Can you remind
So
me a little
gentle.
of that
Dreaming Arms.
Yes.
Oh, can I?
Dreaming arms and dreaming of you.
Right,
Yeah.
What is it? Come on,
And
girl.
you
I
do
know,
it,
like
you do it with just guitar.
Yes, that was
Guitar
Because
and
you
bass.
were, you
John
were
Brown.
thinking about it in a different way. You had bass, and you tried it in a different. And
These
then
tender stem had been-
Right,
these-
right, right.
that what I stood out to me because it's so for all of us. These strands of gray, and I
Yes.
didn't look that way when
Oh,
we
when
met.
first we
When
met, I didn't
first
look
we
that
met.
way.
And
Yes.
it speaks to the grace and elegance of aging, but also just the transition we go through as human beings.
And
Right.
that
So-
aging is a beautiful
Mhm.
transformation.
yes.
Mhm. And to be seen fully as human, regardless
Oh,
of
yeah,
the phase
I
of life
remember.
you're in.
This tender flesh.
Flesh.
How bittersweet
Bittersweet.
the song.
That's right.
Rolls like thunder.
Thunder.
And believe me, I got a few rolls. When the
Thunder.
rains come down. But to celebrate where you are in this world and
Yeah.
not wish for another time, another place,
Right.
another reality
Mhm.
is so liberatory. Is that a word?
Yeah.
We are not at the beginning of our journey.
Right.
Mhm.
We are somewhere
Mhm.
in the process.
Yes. Exactly.
How beautiful to be able to celebrate exactly where we are and celebrate each other because we are all women of a certain age.
Earned every gray hair back.
Every
Oh,
gray-
yes, yes. And using the storytelling as recollection and memory, and Kate's song Circle,
Ooh.
that is just speaks to family in so many different ways. It's the joys, it's the pain, it's all of that. And then for us to be invited
To
Oh,
to
sing
yes.
sing background,
Yes.
that
You
swing low.
transform that
Swing
song.
low, sweet chariot.
Oh.
But you know what I love about the circle? I love the intro.
Mhm.
And this speaks to how powerfully our instrumentalists melted with us.
Mm.
Because when
Yeah.
Keith is playing that intro, ding, 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 ba-dum,
Mhm.
Yes.
like, ding, ding,
Oh,
ba-dum,
yeah.
dum, dum, dum.
Oh,
I was
so
like,
nice.
you know what?
Mhm.
It's a circle.
Mhm.
The way he's playing
Uh-huh.
it,
Yes,
right?
right.
It
Yeah.
gave me chills the first time I realized that. Have you been listening to the record?
Oh,
and
yes.
singing,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
discovering different parts
Oh,
of it?
yes.
He's
Oh, yeah.
busy. She
Yeah,
has
yeah.
No, it's not that
Yeah.
I'm busy. I have this thing about listening back to things that I have done
Mhm.
that makes me like critical mind. Oh man,
Yeah.
why did I sing that note?
Oh,
Why did
yeah,
I do
yeah,
this?
yeah.
Why did I
Oh,
do
my
that?
God.
I
But this is what makes this different, though,
Mhm.
because I do that for my individual projects,
Right.
but not this one.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm
Because-
serious. It's
Because I can
interesting.
listen to everybody else.
I listen to everybody else, and before I get to, because even in the intro,
Because I skip over my song.
me too. No. I do too. No, you're right. But this is what's been also so special about this, because you're absolutely right. Once it's done, you give your heart, you leave it on the stage.
Right.
I don't, I did the best, Lord, I did what you sent me here to do.
Mm.
So, but because it's a collective, I have listened to it nearly every day.
Yes.
I love everybody else's work.
Yes, it's
But
good.
one of the things you learn with this particular project taught me acceptance and grace.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just acceptance for where you are. Like the picture on the back where we are linked arm in arm, walking down the street,
Mhm.
Yep.
It was so cold.
It was really
we
cold
It
that
was
day.
20 degrees.
But it's been a long time since I have allowed myself the permission to have women friends like this.
Yes.
You said a word.
The Sistering project taught me again to love being with women, fully realized women.
And
Yeah.
who know
vulnerable.
themselves,
Yeah.
who honor themselves, who respect themselves, who have a creative journey
Mhm.
that you can learn with and teach with and from.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, I had an experience of after we recorded this, I started to hear "Begin Again,"
Mhm.
your song, uh, over and over. I would wake up in the morning and literally I would hear you sing, "You can begin
Again. And that
And
little
it-
aching in her voice. Again.
Yes, and the tenderness and the story of that. I mean, I'm gonna because it really it touched me and it kept coming to me every day. And then I finally
Really?
had to reach out to you and say,
Yeah.
"Can you send me this music? Because I just have to, go and listen to it and try and play it because it really affected me so strongly."
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, it was a part of me transitioning from one city to another,
Yeah.
out of one relationship
Yeah.
into no relationship.
Mhm.
And when you make those kinds of changes late in your life,
Mhm.
it's a different conversation
Mhm.
about starting over.
Yes.
You have to really convince yourself it's worth trying again. It's worth starting again. It's worth getting back up. I think one of the most important life lessons is whoops.
Yes.
Mhm. That's right.
Get
Yes.
back up.
That's
Oopsie doodle.
We
Right.
fall down.
It's okay.
And we get back up. And similarly, Kate, if you look back, how many texts did I send you and say, "Oh, Kate, I just love this song." In fact,
I
the
know.
circle song.
You
Yes.
holding me
But
up.
that,
Holding
but
me
that-
up. It's so beautiful.
yeah, but that
Thank you.
circle.
Thank you.
And Nina's A Brother Just Like You.
Oh,
I have a
Nnenna.
special affection for that because I
Yes.
know when we did that version of that early version of it live together in a
Yes.
concert, and how it was inspired by Brother Yusuf Salim
Mm.
and others
And others.
who had been so instrumental, and just knowing the homage that you were offering to others through that song. So it just has such deep impact in addition to just being a badass tune.
Yes.
But it's
I
so
mean,
it's so clever.
Weaving in all the classic
polka dots and moonbeams.
Began
Wild
with the
as the
wind,
wind.
with the wind.
Up and over
Over and
rainbows,
over, began
began
with
the
the
beginning.
Yeah.
Chelsea Bridges singing.
Uh-huh.
Creole love song calling you.
You. Uh-huh.
How
I
many
remember April
I remember
April
April
and a brother just like you.
How many standards do you use in little snippets in the phrases?
Fitted.
Like
I mean,
30?
I think we
Yeah.
counted 30
Yeah.
something. I all the tunes that my brothers, all my mentors and sisters too, but let's face it, the jazz world, you got a lot of brothers.
That's
Girl,
why we
you need
the
to
sistering.
learn this tune, or you need to learn that tune.
Right.
And it's one thing I would really like to encourage our young people today. Learn some tunes.
Yes. Yes.
Learn
Learn
the melody
tunes.
first.
Learn the melody, learn the
background.
lyric.
Yeah.
You know, that gives you another entree into the tune.
Right.
So it's really a list song of all of these different, I remember Clifford. I mean, all of the tunes that they laid on me and said, girl, check this out. Girl, check that out. And I'm grateful. I'm
Right.
so grateful.
And it
So-
represents a body of work that we all share in terms of like this
Yeah.
is all the literature that we're steeped in
In the
as jazz.
lexicon.
That common
jazz
vocabulary,
Yeah.
and particularly in the context of this record that we're so proud of. And we have an album. I have to go grab the album.
the
So that's
LP.
a big LP.
It's my first LP, you know.
Oh, yeah, mine too.
Yeah, yours too.
Mine too. Mine
You've
too.
had one. in
I've
your
had
last
one, just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
Sorry, is this your first one?
I have one other one.
Yeah. I was going to
See,
say,
we're
but
discovering things about each other.
we
like, for the first
are,
time.
but it's the acceptance of this project to be who you are as an artist. Nobody was saying, "Oh, this isn't straight ahead jazz." Oh,
Right.
no, this doesn't swing
No jazz
hard
police
enough.
here.
There's no jazz
jazz
police
police.
here. It was. We all respect. I mean, we don't have to make any excuse for
Right.
who we are as musicians. I think everybody knows that we know.
Nothing to prove,
no.
nothing to protect, nothing
No,
to
no.
justify.
And,
That's the
and
piece.
fully respect. We
That's the
fully respect it all.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that we chose independently what we were going to contribute to
Yes.
this project
Right.
with some consultation with each other.
Not much though.
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much. It
That
was
wasn't hard,
it was
right.
really interesting to me that everything coalesced
Mm.
into this life story, whether it's the family I was born in, or whether it was aging, or whether it was love lost, or just perspective. It all fit together so beautifully.
Yes.
And we could not have imagined that that would be true.
No.
And I have to take one. I have to admit something to you, ladies.
Let's hear it.
Confession.
Confession,
Confession.
I maybe never said this, but when you all suggested let's each do original compositions, I was like, oh no, we need to do standards.
Oh, meanwhile, you are like the composer
And
of
then
composers.
then I said, what are you afraid of? You got your sisters with you.
That's right.
That's
I've
right.
got my
Yeah,
sisters.
this is our
with me.
project.
Yeah.
Oh, Zinzale record and on your
On your
record
record
label.
It's exciting because one of my mentors, Stanley Cowell, he had a record company with Charles Tolliver. Strata East was the first independently run jazz label by jazz artists.
Oh.
And I've always wanted to do that. But here we are. Did you know that the distributor is a woman-owned distribution?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes. So we are woman around. But I'm excited. Thank you for trusting me with the journey. But it helps. The idea is to have more independent artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
But for us, for the sistering, I thought, okay, I'm going to trust them. I adore Lois's work. I adore Kate's work. I adore Nnenna's work. I'm going to trust that they're, that this is a good thing we should do, our own compositions and one standard.
Yes.
Right.
And it was going out on a limb and faith.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it worked out so
It
well.
worked, yes.
Because not only Begin Again, but your other song, Combat Boots.
Come back.
I'm saying this is gotta be
Yeah. I love
this is a what do you call that, an anthem?
Yeah, and we need to figure out a dance for it. Like everybody.
We do.
We need to figure out a
We
dance
do.
for that. Right?
I conjured up my inner Betty Davis.
Yeah,
I just imagine myself with like
That's
right.
thigh-high
That's
boots
right.
and a mini skirt and a guitar.
I love it.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
but that was from that lyric was bubbling for a long time because I read a business book called The War of Art for Women, written by a Chinese American lady. That was a leadership book.
Yeah.
And one of the chapters was named Combat Boots and Glass Slippers. When to wear your glass slippers and when you need those combat boots because you need to be pushing somebody in there tushy or just laying it down.
Yes.
And
Laying it down.
I've always loved that. And y'all came in. I was trying to just, navigate. Did you do this? Did any of you do this? You write a song that is not in the key that should be for you.
Oh God, yeah.
You got to fix the song. It's like, oh, I can't sing that. It's
Was
like,
it too low or too high?
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking Tina Turner and all that stuff, and I changed the key a few times. And then as we were trying to record it, y'all said, no, you sing this part, we'll sing that part. I was like, I never thought of that. I used to sing it.
And then you started wailing around. It was just like
yeah.
Oh,
so
no,
great.
It was so
Yes,
Yeah, so
and
inspired.
directing those harmonies.
Yeah.
Really, what I want to see, I'd love to see that song done with like a full orchestra
Yeah.
with a singing, but with Lenora singing and conducting.
We're going to do that at Carnegie Hall.
That's right.
But what's fun about Combat Boots is it just lets you go. Like, It's like no rules. And growing up in Chicago, the radio didn't have compartments like
Right.
now. There wasn't, jazz or R&B. It was all together. So that's my upbringing.
Right.
Like you heard rock and roll, and then you heard jazz, and then you heard R&B, and then you heard Mavis Staples.
And I think that was all of ours because in my little rural town, and unless we tuned into a station from Nashville in the evening when you would hear mostly, you had everything from Willie Nelson country music to Ella Fitzgerald singing a Tisket, whatever. You heard all, and you're right. And I think to have that kind of influence because it's jazz and it's rock and it's soul and it's But I want to ask you, all three of you particularly, because you have all of us have been doing this a long time. But what makes this artistically sort of different? I mean, for you, I mean, what have you realized that maybe you didn't before, or just how does it feel different in any way? Good, bad, learning?
Definitely thinking about it with 4 people's decisions and opinions in mind. When you work with a producer, you may say to the producer, oh, I want to do this, 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 and they may put in their input. Oh, no, did you think about this? And you like weigh that. But with us, it was like, I hear this for Lois, or when we all brought our songs together, there was no, oh no, you can't bring that. There was,
You can't bring dying season. We can't say the word dying.
right,
You
or
know.
you can't talk about combat boots and it sound like rock and roll or something.
Right.
It was an acceptance,
Oh, yeah.
a creative acceptance right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then I think the hardest decisions was instrumentalist for me.
Yeah.
But you are always dreaming outside the box. You're like, oh, well, let's bring in horns. So we're going to have a whole horn section. I always feel like every time
I didn't quite get it at first. But then it's like, okay.
yes, of course. You're
And
always holding
combat
a
boots.
vision, like this huge vision for like, oh, of course we're going to do this and we'll do that. I'm like,
It was
oh, yes.
funny. I was thinking of Tower of Power.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's what we got. That's what that, yeah.
The organ and the bass.
So great.
It was fun.
So great.
What about for you? What did you think?
I felt a level of ease that I have never felt in the studio. You know, there's
Really?
always this angst of me, mine, I. And this was an us moment.
And us.
I was able to lean in and lean on to be vulnerable,
Yeah.
because I was not pleased with that first version of Dreaming Arms.
Oh,
I was
I
like,
I remember that
It was
day.
too much.
I was like,
You were like,
it's
I'm
so,
not happy.
It is so naked. It's so
Oh.
exposed. You know, don't we need some more stuff?
Mhm.
And y'all encouraged me. You were like,
Because we were in the
You were-
other room, like
Right.
holding our breath,
breath.
and
It was
each phrase
brilliant.
and the
Mhm.
and the space.
Yeah.
I felt like you were just taking
You're
the space
masterful
and
at
let it.
that.
It was so beautiful, and that was what was so specifically, you know, all the space that you had with it, and so that we could really hear those lyrics and that story. And I that's the version you end up using, right?
Yes.
It was the
Mhm.
first one.
We
Yeah.
were holding our breath.
We
Yes,
were,
we were.
and including Jason, who again,
Yes.
Jason is more than just an
Engineer.
engineer.
he's our engineer.
He's our engineer, but you mentioned that we didn't talk about this in other places, but we produced this. We jointly produced it,
That's true.
which is, we produced it in addition to writing it and
Yep.
the
Oh,
tunes
yeah.
and all that. We produced it. And to your point, usually a producer is the one who directs everything, but having 4 individual unique artists with different ideas
Come and
who-
say, that's the one. That's the take.
who collectively produced
Yes.
Yeah.
this. And we
That's the
all
take.
listened to the early, what am I trying to say?
Mixes. Yes.
Mixes.
Yes. Exactly.
Like, nope, not that one,
Not
this
that.
one.
Right. Right.
Yep, that take, not this take.
And we literally have more than 100 years of experience together
That's
in
right.
the studio.
Ooh,
In-
child.
yeah, exactly. So we know when you hear the truth, when you hear the right thing, you're like
Mhm.
there, right there. And so
Mhm.
between all of us, we could really.
And that is important too, because it's I tend to do more documentary music, literally, because for me it's like this. I'm documenting where I am at this moment in this stage.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not going to overproduce. I'm not going to overpolish, because this is just. It's like that photograph that you don't like, but you look and go, "Oh God, that really is me."
Right.
You know.
You know, I can't deny.
But just learning so much from you all about the nuance. You don't necessarily have to change what you did, but think about how you can refine it
Right. You can
Or
sculpt it.
accept it,
or accept it.
right? Or accept it, because we'll go in and nitpick to death.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
right.
That's
the
true.
authenticity
That's
true.
we required of each other an acceptance
Yeah.
of that authentic self in the moment. And it turns out that those decisions were good ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. I think that was another really good. What about for you, Lois?
Yes,
What-
I'd love to hear about your.
This is one of the scariest things I've ever done.
Really?
In a good way. I am a firm believer in if you aren't pushing yourself, if you don't have a little bit of you're not really growing. I'm not saying it needs to be painful.
Right.
But you all know I'm from a big family. I'm used to moving in the world a certain kind of way. But I'm also very used to being a lone wolf.
Yes.
I really am.
Yeah.
I'm the person who, even with my husband, I say, you drive and I drive, I'll meet you there.
Yes.
No, I'm serious, because I don't want the
Yes.
back and forth.
High achieving
But
alpha
this has
women,
been-
all of
yes,
us.
but this has been, it was so beautiful and
Yeah.
it was such a learning experience
Yeah.
for me. And I just felt just in awe and humble, because I've known you all and have always respected your level of artistry and everything that you do, but to sort of be in the mix together like that, I think it just made something magical.
What about you, Kate?
For me, I think I've done a lot of, maybe 8 different albums and then so many others as a side person or whatever. But for me, this was like, it was a permission to really set down any ideas of should.
Mm-hmm.
Should, like, took a back, just sat down,
Don't
and-
should on me. I
Yeah.
won't should on you.
and really just more like what is real for me right now. What's the thing that I want to, I think about what you said to me, Lois, about legacy, and that right now, writing is sharing your legacy and your just your life. And that's what I was thinking about. What can I offer that just leaves a little bit of an imprint of what was my experience of being on this planet, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And so that's what I wanted to offer, and also setting down the jazz police, because that's I'm more of
So
a
hard.
folky jazz
So hard.
person. So being able to set that down and know, like, what, my songs are on this particular project, I have more of a folk feel to them. But and I'm Celtic. There's a little bit of that vibe in there, because that's how I get rid of the shoulds. And so just letting myself be how I am, and how I sing, and how I write, and offering it and saying, this is enough, and this is it fits just because I'm part of the group, and so the group will be a part, will include this. And so, I don't know, there was something about it that just felt like a setting down of old expectations and rules.
I love that. Jazz has in it now what we bring to it as makers of the music in the moment, in this point in time. So the music that was created when jazz was born in the late 1800s or so, I'm not an ethnomusicologist to argue that moment, but for now, until the 21st century, the music is made every day by the people who are in it. So everything that's happening and becoming part of the lexicon includes what we are doing on
Yes.
this album. So if our background is Celtic, Irish, when I got my ancestor.com thing back, I was pissed. I was like,
You
what
didn't
do
have
you
no
mean?
African.
What do you mean I have Scandinavian 25%?
Oh, right.
My
Lenora,
grandmother
I
was
can look
Creole.
at your eyes and tell.
So, what do you mean? Where's the Nigerian? I'm gonna find it.
But yeah.
But it had, and it's funny because that used to be a big insecurity of mine. I had a mean boyfriend who would tell me, "You don't sound like a real black girl."
Oh no, not a real black girl.
I really,
And one writer got it right when my first album, Lloyd Sachs,
Oh.
Chicago Sun-Times, he said, she sings with an honor to both sides of pop and jazz.
Honor.
And I do. I mean, I grew up listening to just about everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it took a long time to be okay with that.
It's interesting
all
you
of
say
us.
that, because when folks first said my steeped in Southern heritage. You know, that means different things to different people. You know, if you're African American, Southern heritage is one thing. You know, and if you're somebody from the North looking at people from the South, sometimes Southern heritage is not positive. But for me, it's always been a positive because that's true. You know, when I walk in the room, all the ancestors come with us,
Yes.
right?
That's
All of
Maya
them.
Angelou.
All of them come with me in that room, and so
Yeah.
I cannot separate myself from those a cappella spirituals and the revival music and all of those things.
Yeah.
And
Nor should you.
no,
Right.
Nor should any genre police
Yeah.
Right.
insist that you be other than yourself. This authenticity is what works every single day.
Yeah.
You know, that is what this music needs. That is what this world needs. And to be honest, the world needs a word from the rich aunties.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
That's us.
We are the rich aunties.
Ooh, yes,
We are
Rich,
now.
rich in experience, rich in in
Wisdom.
lived
Earned every
Wisdom.
gray hair.
Right, exactly.
Every
know,
creaky bone.
every creaky bone.
What I may say, I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know.
That's right.
This is
That's
what I know.
right.
So
That's right.
this is an album, The Sistering, out March 20th, everywhere you buy music, of lived experiences from jazz women who have been all over the globe and suffered fools and thrive and thrive
Yeah.
and thrive. When I'm talking to a young student and they say, well, okay, I graduate in May, so tell
When
me
am I
how
gonna
to get
make
a
it?"
job. All
Tell
right,
me how to
baby,
get a
come
job.
over Saturday at 2:00 and we'll sit down and talk. Bring your notebook, bring a recorder,
Yeah.
and I'll walk you through.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting how they want you to give them a menu of items they can check off.
Right.
And I say it's going to take, 4 to 5 years to get your feet kind of stabilized. And then it's rinse and repeat on everything I just gave you. For some of them, they go, oh no, I'm getting a job. I'm going to do this or that. I'm cybersecurity, or I'll be
It's too much.
yeah, it's too much.
Right.
I can't do that.
I can't wait.
Or the parents
Mhm.
that come and say, can you please tell my daughter to minor in business administration? I'll say, no, ma'am.
Right.
No, ma'am, you need 10,000 hours.
Right.
You
Yeah.
need 10,000 hours. You need to
10,000
commit.
Mhm.
And then the road, destination unknown. There's the Ernie Barnes picture above our
There it is.
heads.
Destination.
Destination unknown. Quincy Jones, I went right when I was about to graduate from Berkeley with my bachelor's degree in film scoring. I went to a Harvard a university had a talk with Quincy Jones. And I went to the talk and I raised my hand and I said, Mr. Jones, I'm about to graduate. Do you have any advice for me? And he said, he paused a moment and he said, keep practicing and don't die.
In that order.
I was like, what do you mean? I thought he was being like snarky.
No.
Snarky.
No.
But the elders speak in parables
They do.
sometimes. And he was right.
That's
He
right.
was right.
That's right. Yeah. Nothing. There's no shortcut to doing the work.
Yes.
And I think for us, we were so fortunate to have, again, these musicians. We, on this recording, we just can't say enough about them.
Kobe Watkins, John Brown, Keith Gans, Mickey
Mickey
Hayama.
Yes,
Yes.
Mickey.
Yes.
Yes.
And the wonderful horn players, the horn section.
Lynn Grissett, Robert Trowers, Shayna
Shania
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yes.
And Paul Creel.
Oh,
Yep,
yes.
Paul
Creel was on
and Dexter Moses.
Dexter Moses.
Because we had to have those power sound
Yes.
kind of horns on combat boots.
Yes, and that was a beautiful thing about it too. Intergenerational. Some of these professionals who could hold their own anywhere in the world were folks that you've worked with, taught in many ways. You know.
Whenever someone says yes to your vision and project, it's always very humbling. But then at the end, like when you invite people to your party and they come in your house, they fill the house with the energy of each other and the moment. And then they leave, but the house still resonates with that
Mhm.
energy.
Yeah.
So even after we finished the album, the resonance of everybody who said yes, all of our efforts, it stayed with me for weeks and
Me
weeks
too.
and weeks.
Mhm.
Because you remember then I got in a truck with all my stuff.
Oh my God,
and
you
drove
drove
to
to
Boston and
Boston.
started
Boston.
it.
So much has
That's
happened
right.
since then.
That's
Right.
right.
So what is your hope for the album now?
Is may she have long legs. That was a blessing that Fred Hirsch always told me when a new album came out. May she have long legs, meaning she'll just go all over the world and reach many, many people and be able to run everywhere.
I love
Far
that,
as I
Fred
love
Hirsch.
that.
Thank you,
Thank
Fred
you,
Hirsch.
Yeah. May she have long legs. And I do really think that us being able to share this banquet with as many people as possible, that is, and for us to go to different towns and cities and meet the musicians of those places and help unfold sistering in other places and to spur and inspire other young musicians to do similar collaborations.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you, Lois?
I want this project to find its place in the world, and I think it belongs any and everywhere. Some of these tunes, and I know I said this to Nnenna about Dreaming Arms and to Kate probably about Circle Song, and to you, Combat Boots, it's soundtrack. I'm hoping it finds its way into people's homes and in their cars, but
Grey's
also
Anatomy.
into film.
Grey's Anatomy.
I just think there's so much. I think the way we have chosen to tell stories through music and the way the music breathes and lives, it has so many possibilities. So I want it to find its way and its home to anybody who it can uplift and who will enjoy it. But I definitely think there are other artists who need to discover this music. Filmmakers and
Dancers.
just dancers, a choreograph,
Right.
dancers to choreograph it. I just think this is something that other artists, I hope, will connect with and can collaborate with us in that regard.
Yes. I really hope that people read the liner notes.
Ah.
Our beautiful liner notes from
Terry
Terry
Lynn
Lynn
Carrington. Thank you,
Right.
Terry Lynn Carrington.
And I want to just read this very little quote that Terry Lynn uses from Farrah Jasmine Griffin. It says, "While it is often the singing of men and women that constitute the moment of epiphany, it seems most often to be the woman's voice that structures the myth."
Ooh, that
Yes.
structures the myth.
From When Melindy Sings, a meditation on Black women's vocality.
Yeah.
I think that gave me chills
Yes.
reading
And
Terry
I
Lynn's.
love that it started with that because, when Melinda sings the Abby Lincoln version.
That's
Oh
right.
yes, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
And do you know how radical it is for Black women, white women, women of color, red women, any woman to be singing in these times?
Mhm.
That is radical,
Yes.
radical love.
Yes.
And don't we need a song right about now? Sometimes grandma would sit back and forth and just hum.
Mhm.
And I would never understood that hum
Mhm.
until now.
Mm-hmm.
That self-soothing moment, that in your chest,
Mhm.
when things just are 1,000 grandma.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That is medicine, people.
Ancestral intelligence.
AI. Get your AI.
That's our AI.
That's the real AI.
Ancestral intelligence.
Yeah, that's right.
One
That's
of the
the real AI.
We're going to perform at Carnegie Hall April 1st.
Come down.
Yes.
Come down.
New York
April
City.
1st.
57th Street.
Yes.
The real Carnegie Hall.
Perlman Stage. To be the opening for 67 jazz singing choirs
Wow.
on the stage with Count Basie's music, Jimmy Heath's music, John Coltrane's music, my music, Hale Smith. The Sistering will open that concert on April 1st. We're so
grateful.
very excited about that. And we have upcoming things with in November, right?
We
on
do.
the West
We have-
Coast.
West
we have
Coast,
the West
yes,
Coast
yes.
residency.
Yes.
And,
And before that, there are lots of things that we hope people come out.
Yeah.
Lenora's book is out now.
Yes.
Sing
Yes.
vocal jazz, teach vocal jazz. We're all in it.
We're all in it. Nina's book is doing
Beneath the Skin
terrific.
of Sorrow.
Skin of
The
Sorrow.
improvisations on laws.
Improvisations on
And we
laws.
And your
individually.
podcast, Great
Yes.
Grief.
Podcast, Great Grief.
It's a
We
new
have-
season is just
It's
out
a
now,
new
right?
season, season 3. We are so busy.
We are.
We just can't.
How do we even find time?
We can't
to
even
talk?
find time. I'm telling you what. And
Mhm.
every step in a positive direction lifts us all.
Mm.
Yes.
No one is saying, "Well, gee whiz, how come she?" You know,
Right.
to have women in the same instrument
Mm.
be supportive of each other
Yeah.
is also radical love.
Yes.
And my hope for the record is that it demonstrates love in a different way.
Mm.
That it's not enough to say, "Oh, baby, good for you." To be in the same spotlight, so it's be loving the share.
Mm.
We love the share
Mm.
because what lifts one lifts us all, and
Yes.
hopefully that message will go out into the world,
Yeah.
and we can create from a non-competitive model,
Mm.
but a cooperative model, because that is what's sustainable
Yes.
going forward.
Yes. We look forward to more
More
of
and more
these
and more.
kinds of
More and more.
loving expressions of joy.
Mm.
It is radical to create in these times,
Mhm.
and with my sisters.
Yes.
I think we can wrap it up now.
All right.
Did we cover all the good stuff?
I
Anything
think we
else
did,
unsaid?
and I think we give so much appreciation to everybody who has already expressed, their interest in the music and their, been so positive, and having opportunities to talk with folks like Gail Boyd.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Just-
Alternative
it's
venues of
venues for
jazz.
jazz.
We love you, Gail.
We do. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
And we love all the people who've been helping us so far since the record has hit the radio.
Mm.
Oh, yes.
The
Oh,
radio
yeah,
folks.
we're
So thank
popping
you,
off.
everyone at radio who's supporting us.
Playing
Thank you,
us.
Mike Herzog.
Yes.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Carolyn McClare. You're the best.
Thank
Yeah, Mark
Right.
Ruffin.
Mark Ruffin, we love
So
you.
excited.
So just
Mhm.
thank you, everybody.
Bonnie
who's-
Campbell, who did our
Bonnie.
art.
Yeah, art.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone
Lindsay.
who's showing us the
Lindsay
way.
and Naima. and
Yeah,
our-
Lindsay,
Interns.
and our who
Logo.
did our logo, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So
many.
thank you so much. Go to the sisteringproject.com.
Mhm.
That's our website, sisteringproject.com. Thank
And
you.
streaming everywhere.
Yeah.
Streaming
Take care, everybody.
everywhere.
Bye.